stop scrolling and look at your legs. If you fail a 90-degree wall sit before the 2-minute mark, your legs are functionally imbalanced. Most people think 50 bodyweight squats is the gold standard, but the cellular data shows wall sits force your muscle fibers to grow. I tracked the chemical shift in my quads for 30 days to see if this lazy exercise could actually outperform the squat rack. I've categorized the results into 3 tiers: the stabilizers, the burners, and the elite. Stick around to see which one you fall into. To understand why your legs are shaking, we have to look at what's happening on a cellular level. Unlike a standard squat, where your muscles contract and relax, a wall sit creates constant intramuscular pressure. This pressure acts like a dam, squeezing your capillaries and cutting off fresh oxygen. This is a state called hypoxia. Because your slow-twitch fibers run out of oxygen almost immediately, your body is forced to recruit your type 2 fast-twitch fibers, the ones usually reserved for heavy sprinting or 400-pound deadlifts. You're getting elite-level muscle recruitment without moving a single inch. But if you feel this in your joints instead of your muscles, you're making a critical alignment error. So, ensure your weight is driving through your heels, not your toes. Week 1 isn't about muscle, it's about your nervous system. You aren't weak, your software is just out of date. But stick with it, because by day 7, the shaking stops as your neural drive becomes more efficient. By the second week, something happens that a squat rack can't replicate. While movement can sometimes irritate joints, this static hold creates analgesia, a numbing effect that actually strengthens the collagen fibers in your knees. If you've had crunchy knees, this is where they start to feel like iron. But don't get comfortable. Around day 20, most people hit a stagnation wall, where the gains seem to stop. I found a way to bypass this using a 10-degree shift, and I'll show you that trick in the final minute. Entering week 4, we saw the unexpected result. My legs didn't just get bigger, they got denser. We're talking about myofibrillar hypertrophy, building actual contractile proteins rather than just filling the muscle with fluid. You're building legs that are heavy and functional, not just inflated. Now, the question is, which category of athlete are you? Let's reveal the 3 tiers of wall sit mastery to see if your legs are actually as strong as you think they are. Based on the 30-day data and neuromuscular fatigue markers, I've categorized every viewer into one of 3 tiers. Look at your best time and find your rank. If you drop before the 60-second mark, you belong to the stabilizers. This isn't a quad weakness, it's an energy leak. Your core and glutes aren't locking in, forcing your quads to do 100% of the work. You're burning out because your foundation is disconnected. This is the danger zone for knee injuries. Tier 2 is the burner. You have solid baseline fitness, but you're hitting a metabolic ceiling. At the 90-second mark, your body is screaming to quit not because of muscle failure, but because your brain's central governor is trying to protect you. You're just one mental breakthrough away from elite status. And finally, the elite. If you can cross the 2-minute threshold, your mitochondrial density is tuned for high-level endurance. Your body has adapted to flush lactic acid in real time while maintaining maximum tension. This is the level where physical transformation becomes permanent. And I'm replying to everyone in the elite tier. Drop your time below, but be honest. Now, about that 10-degree shift to break your plateau. Most people stay locked at a perfect 90-degree angle, but your muscles eventually adapt to that specific point of tension. By dropping your hips just 10 degrees lower, moving to a 100-degree angle, you shift the mechanical load away from the mid-quad and directly onto the teardrop muscle and the hip stabilizers. This overloading of the lower range forces your nervous system to recruit dormant fibers that the 90-degree site misses entirely. So, does the wall sit replace the squat rack? Here's the cold, hard science. For raw, explosive power, keep your squats. But for injury-proof knees, core stability, and dense, stone-like quads, the wall sit is the undisputed king. 30 days of wall sits changed my legs. But if you want to see what happens when you apply this same time under tension logic to your upper body, watch this video on 50 push-ups next.